All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first live update. It is going to be something we're going to be doing on a regular basis, and this is our first time doing it. Anastasia and I have already did some troubleshooting around technical difficulties, but we're going to learn as we move forward. But we do want to welcome you to our first ever live update. So thank you for joining us. So Anastasia is going to be bringing up our slide deck for this. And as we go through this, just so you know, it's an opportunity to sort of get a quick update on what it is that we're doing. And it's also a chance for you to ask questions. There may be some specific things that you may be interested in, so you can use the chat option for that. And Anastasia will look after curating those questions for us. So we're calling it On the Right Track, and we always hope that we are on the right track, and hopefully we'll show you that over the past while, we have indeed been on the right track. Okay. All right. So these 15-minute sessions are an idea that was come up with. I love it. I think it's fantastic. We always want to be transparent in what it is that we're doing. This is an opportunity for us to be transparent, not only about our statistics, but also to keep you up to date about some of the happenings and some of the achievements that we want to celebrate through our services here at Youth Without Shelter. So our fiscal year ended March 31st. And we're going to be looking at an overview of some of the statistics from that fiscal year, as well as our Helix Project. It's a bold new direction for our expansion and our innovation. Okay. Let's start with some of the incredible work our team accomplished over the past 12 months. Under the leadership of our Manager of Residential Services, Mo, our emergency residential program provided a safe, stable home to 111 youth. Considering that our facility is the emergency side is for 33-bed capacity. It's exceptionally good statistic and speaks to the efforts of Mo and his team at the emergency side. Now, some of the statistics that we came out of that with is that 46% of those youth experience chronic homelessness. In other words, they've been unhoused for over a year. Whereas 31% were a single stay, and they used us as a bridge to independent living. We also served 23% of those young people were youth that arrived to Canada either unaccompanied or they were unable to return home safely. Our housing and aftercare team, a shout out to Laura G and her team for doing just an absolutely outstanding job. They housed 77 youth over the past year, which is just absolutely outstanding. That's the achievement of some entire agencies. So her team was able to do that. We had a few ways that we did that. Transitional housing, market rent, COB, which some of you are familiar with, the Canada-Ontario Housing Benefit, which is a portable housing benefit, which has allowed so many young people to move out of homelessness into stable living. The aftercare team, this is amazing. I am amazed by this. 269 unique individuals were served in the past year. And again, that is the achievement of some agencies themselves. So the team just took it and did a great job. Just so you know, we don't actually receive any funding for our aftercare program. That is through the generosity of people like yourselves and our donors and our supporters who have made that possible. We are still supporting some people after they've left our program. We've still got people we're supporting that are in their 30s now. And that includes our food bank and as well as our tax clinics that we offer, and our hygiene bank and our cleaning supplies bank. We have lots of banks here at YWS. So we've been able to move that forward, and just an absolutely outstanding job by Laura G and her team. Now, we want to look at our employment and life skills. If we look at our employment, we want to thank the employment team. So that's Jonathan and Latoya, and under the direction of Laura, we were able to move forward with, I believe, some really impressive numbers when it comes to employment. We had 25 of our youth found meaningful jobs. 110 earned certifications, whether it's in trades or other specializations that can lead to even better jobs and entire careers. and 17 youth began their pre-employment journey. And all of this through the generosity of the Skills Development Fund funding from the Ministry of Labor here in Ontario, which has really made a difference in the lives of the young people that we serve. Now, our Stay in School program, I want to thank Wendy and her team. 49 young people came into our Stay in School program over the past year. And out of them, 9 youth graduated from either high school or post-secondary institutions. Really great achievement. Again, a lot of those folks, when they come in, you're going to see graduates because so many people come in as they're finishing their last couple of years of high school or as they're beginning their post-secondary education career. So shout out to every one of our teams. I love saying this. They keep knocking it out of the park, and hats off to them for their dedication and the supports they offer. Now, none of this would be possible without the generosity of our community volunteers and donors. We cannot do the things that we do without your support. Our major gift donors, so that's over $1,000 and above, it's held steady, but the average gift increased from just under $3,200 to just under $4,500 in this past year. Just absolutely thank you so much to all of you that support us as donors and as volunteers. Our monthly donors also increased their average contribution from $45 to $50. That might not seem like a lot, but with the number of people that we now have, thanks to the hard work of Monica and her team, that makes a significant difference. Excuse me. The most significant growth, though, came from our foundations. Average donation ranging from just over $11,000 to over $18,000. Absolutely amazing. That is our largest income source after the City of Toronto. But so you think about it, with support of our donors, City of Toronto, Province of Ontario, United Way, we raised a total of $5,435,000. Just to put that in perspective, that's really big. I don't know how else to put it. It is outstanding work. It speaks to their dedication, but it also speaks to the dedication of our donors who believe in the work that we're doing here at YWS. So I want to talk a little bit about the Helix program, and we're building the future for YWS through our expansion. For those of you that aren't familiar with Helix House, it's a 24-bed rooming house located near Bathurst and College. And here's how that sort of breaks down out of those 24 rooms. So 5 units are for the youth in our Stay in School program who attended downtown locations. So if they're attending U of T, St. George campus, or they're attending George Brown, it allowed them to cut their travel time by more than half. We strongly believe that if you take the barriers and get them out of the way, the potential and the resilience of our young people shines through, and this is a testament to that as well. We took out that barrier to allow those young people to continue their academic studies. 6 units are available for our aftercare, so young people moving out of Stay in School or the emergency side, we're able to find affordable and deeply affordable housing at the facility. The other 12 units, those are affordable and deeply affordable housing for the broader community. So we work in partnership with the City of Toronto through our access plan. For those of you that don't know, it was through the generosity of the City of Toronto that we were able actually to purchase and operate the rooming house. And it's just been a fantastic opportunity for our young people to find the supports that they need to move on to independent and successful living. Now, so what's coming up next? It's hard to believe that we can do even more, but through the support of our board of directors and our team here at YWS, we moved forward just over a year ago. We're calling it the Wardlaw Project for now. So Wardlaw Crescent, which is in the Albion and Islington area, for those of you that know north of Etobicoke, we have been working together with 4 partner organizations for the past year to try and bring this to life. Now, it's a 51-unit supportive housing program. Now, we worked with Delta Family Services, MyDenta, Rexdale Women's Center, and Albion Neighborhood Services to bring all of this together. This is incredibly unique. Normally what the city does is they choose a property They go through community engagement. They go through the housing piece around, is it the right zoning or all those things in place? And then they put it out to an RFP, so a request for proposals. This was different. What we created was a made in Rexdale solution to a Rexdale issue. Affordable housing in our area, as same as all over the city of Toronto, is at a premium, and we need more of it. But we also realize that many people still require some supports in order to maintain what they're doing and also build towards future success. And that's what this project is going to offer. You're going to be having people living there who may be newcomers, who have settled and are living three families in a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom apartment. This allows them the dignity of their own place with all the supports necessary to help build towards success, including life skills, ESL, literacy, numeracy skills, cooking skills, all the basics that you've got as well. We're also going to have on-site counseling services and wraparound case management services. So we're also going to be welcoming seniors into this. Approximately 20 seniors will be calling this place home. Because right now, as many of you know, when you're on a fixed income or whatever happens in your life, one of the biggest challenges is finding on that fixed income an affordable place to live. And we all know that that is a diminishing resource. So this has been a fantastic process. We've had support from the Premier on this. We've had support from our Ward 1 Councillor, Vince Crisanti, on this as well. And last week, I'm happy to report that it received unanimous support from the Planning and Housing Committee at the City of Toronto. Approximately a month ago, at the last sitting of City Council, we were named as the lead agency to take this over and to guide the direction of the project. So we're very excited about this. We're going into our next step with this project, and it's going to be discussed today at City Council to finalize everything and formally recognize the report from Planning and Housing, and then we'll be moving forward. It's going to be a while for us to actually open up our doors, but the most important pieces and the most difficult pieces have been overcome. So we're very much looking forward to that and what the future holds for that project. But again, it just goes to our commitment to improving the lives of people and the opportunities for people to reach their fullest potential. So what I'm going to do now is I'll let you know that we're going to have some Q&A, and Anastasia will be doing that. And if you've got some questions, please put them in the chat. So Anastasia, I'll leave it over to you now.
Thanks, Steve. For the audience, if you would like to ask a question, feel free to drop it in the chat, drop in the Q&A portal, or if you would like to speak, you can raise your hand and we will unmute your mic. But Steve, we've got a few private questions that have come through that we'll kick off with. And for anyone else who has questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. So our first question is, what percentage of funds come from the government?
The government funding, so we receive funding that's directed from the province to the City of Toronto to us, as well as directly from the province. That only accounts for about 40% of our annual funding. And that really speaks to the generosity and the commitment of our donors and our foundations and all of our supporters. Absolutely incredible efforts that they put in. So we fundraise 60% of our annual operating budget, which I think is, again, it's unheard of, and it speaks to people's commitment and belief in what it is that we're doing.
You. Our next question is, how long are stay-in-school youth staying at Helix House?
So that's interesting because we just started. We caught some people sort of at the tail end of their post-secondary career, but you're looking around 560 days, give or take. So that's probably 3 semesters to 4 semesters in post-secondary. So we're always looking at how long. It's one of the biggest questions we ever get is, how long do people stay with you? And the answer is, it depends. Helix is no different. So we're looking now just around 560 days on average for people, and it's so amazing to see so many of them graduating and moving on, starting out their careers.
Steve, looking ahead to the Q&A chat, so we've got a question coming in from Anne, and she would like to know, is the Wardlaw project a new building? If so, is Habitat for Humanity being contacted?
Well, thanks, Anna. I appreciate it. It's good to see you on here today. Thank you for all your years of support. One of the things I can let you know, it is a brand new build, and it's not to replace what we're doing here. This is in addition to what we're doing here. All of that is curated through the City of Toronto. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with rapid housing and the rapid builds, these are timber frame, and the really cool part is this is timber that is harvested here in Ontario and built in Ontario. Actually, the factory is in Cambridge, Ontario. So they're going to be doing is basically a prefab. So they're going to be building the entire building with some custom design pieces, and then they will bring it actually onto the site. So it's going to really be something to watch. I don't know about Habitat for Humanity. We're going to be looking at partnerships in the future around furnishings and those sorts of pieces, but that's a terrific suggestion. So thanks, Anna. I appreciate it.
You, Steve. That seems to be all the questions for today. But as always, if anyone has any further questions, feel free to contact Steve directly. And we look forward to seeing you folks in the summer.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.